Hello, everyone. My name is Brendan, and welcome to Our Life in Horror. I was going to say, hopefully, you can't hear Sam is also watching this video on the upstairs big TV with the surround, and it sounds like it's juiced up. So if you heard any of that rock music just there, I'm sorry. But today we are doing a movie review. We're going to be reviewing Lucio Fulci's The Beyond, and with me to do that, we got Ian himself. Hello, Ian.
Hello, I'm back with another questionable movie to discuss.
It's an interesting movie that I'm excited to get into and discuss with you.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's lots to discuss. That's good.
But Ian, we got your link up here in the chat, so why don't you plug your channel, let everybody know what you're doing.
Oh, I've got more channels to plug, but yeah, basically, so I've decided that I need multiple channels now. So this one linked on screen is like my personal one, where I just link like movie reviews and stuff like that. But this one I'm just putting up on screen is where I make my questionable horror movies, which, yeah. So if you want to watch some very bad, ultra low budget British horror movies, this is the link for you. So, yeah, but thank you, Ryan, for promoting my other one, which was very much appreciated because I really need all support I can get to get more viewers because I make some weird shit.
Awesome. So I'm going to take a moment to hit up the chat real quick, and then we'll start to dive into this movie.
Awesome.
We got Ryan Swayze, the best moderator around. How are you today? Thank you so much for putting the links up in the chat.
Yeah, it's cool.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, of course.
Absolutely. To you guys, definitely.
To both channels. Hello, everyone. New video out for channel members. Spirit Halloween Plus. 2 more screener reviews drop the next 2 days from the UK Fright Fest premieres.
I didn't even know Fright Fest was on this weekend. Congratulations on screeners. That's very cool.
Yeah, we pumped out quite a few movies this week. I didn't even think we were going to get around to having time to, but we did, so that was nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, pretty good movies too, actually. You know how some movies go with these screeners. They're either hit or miss.
Definitely.
What is up? Brendan and Ian from Holland Oats. Hello, Holland. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday.
Indeed.
And we are all caught up on the chat already. Okay, so Ian, tell me, why The Beyond? And include like your spoiler-free thoughts.
So basically, I watched this in June as part of my Shudder subscription. I actually bought DVD, Blu-ray, whatever it is, months ago. I still haven't watched that version. And I watched it in June. And I thought, hey, this would be fun to discuss on Sam and Brendan's channel. And then eventually we got round to discussing it, and I rewatched it, and I regretted my decision as soon as I rewatched the movie. But it was too late at that point. But basically, yeah, my spoiler-free review is basically it's very violent. It's interesting. It tries to do something different to like his previous movies, like Zombie Flesh Eaters and City of Living Dead, despite the fact that it still has zombies in it. And yeah, it's an attempt to do something different, which I can appreciate. It just doesn't entirely succeed, but it's a good try. It's a good try.
Yeah, so this is my first time watch for this movie. I don't know if I had ever have gotten around to it if you did not suggest it. So I am happy with watching it. This was like I was telling you backstage, this is probably like my 3rd or 4th Italian film.
Yeah.
Especially I don't even know, probably 3rd from the 80s at least. It feels Grindhouse. I was pretty happy when I saw that the Grindhouse logo popped up at the beginning of the film, and then it continued to be a Grindhouse movie with extreme violence and gore. Not that all of it looks particularly fantastic all the way through, but it is still a lot of fun in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I'm curious because I have thoughts about the story.
Yeah.
And I'd like some clarification. So maybe you can help me throughout the way on some of this.
I'll do my best.
Well, you've seen it a couple times, so maybe you can help me there. But I'm going to get into some movie facts before we, just some standard facts, I guess, before we discuss the film in depth. We do that first. And hosting too much by myself is getting hard. Let me see. So we watched The Beyond from 1981. The film has a 6.6 on IMDb and a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film, oh, that's images. Oh, go back. That's also videos. Oh my goodness. The film stars, oh Jesus, Katerina McCall, David Warbeck, Cynthia Morelli, and that's where I'm going to leave it because I absolutely butchered all three of those actors' names, and that's really bad. Let me see. The film has a budget of 400,000 USD. It's directed by Lucio Fulci. And a synopsis and an overview for the film. A young woman inherits an old hotel only to find the sites atop a gateway to hell, and all manner of creatures lurk in the darkness. I mean, kinda. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a bad description for the movie. Just gonna hit up Sam's comment here. Nailed it. Yeah, kinda. Nailed it about as hard as the villain was crucified in this movie. All right, so we're gonna get into spoilers, people. If you have not seen The Beyond, this is your warning. So we were also talking about this before too. This movie did come out on 4K last year with a six disc limited set. I just looked it up out of curiosity. It's still in print, and it is $101 for it here in Canada. I watched it on Shudder as well as Ian did.
Yeah.
So you can watch it for a cheaper price than that.
Yeah.
Okay, Ian, give it to me. What name? Describe this movie in 3 words.
Very, 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 very violent. That's basically it for me. It's just a really, really violent movie.
Okay. I put zombies eyeballs.
Yeah.
Because
you don't even need 3 words. That's perfect. That's the entire movie.
I mean, it being an 80s film, and especially an Italian horror movie, eyeballs are the center focus of this entire movie. So it's kind of hard to miss. There's actually a couple good ones, and I was pretty shocked at how much it kind of freaked me out a little bit. But who's your favorite character?
So I didn't actually like any of the actual main characters. So I just have to go with the creepy shopkeeper you see in one scene who just laughs and says like 2 lines of dialogue, and that's it. Because this was definitely not an acting showcase of a movie. I guess if you considered Dog and Tarantulas as characters, probably they would be my favorites. But no one really stood out apart from those. 1 person and 2 animals.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the dog did a great job. I actually made a comment about that last night.
It's adorable.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with. I mean, you spent the whole time following Liza, so it's kind of hard not to just go for her. I also like John too, Dr. John McCabe. Crazy names. But yeah, I'll go with those 2 for me. Do you have a least favorite character?
Emily.
Emily, the blind woman. Yeah. Okay.
Well, she reads from the book. She's responsible for everything that happens. Maybe. I mean, like it's kind of vague, but Emily just by default. Although the I can't remember the name. Joe, the guy who was the caretaker, he was not only a poor character, he's bloody awful. Whoever played him in this movie, it's a really bad performance.
So I think that was Anthony.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, no, that makes sense.
Joe's the plumber.
Oh right, yeah. Oh no, sorry, I meant
Oh,
Arthur. I just can't
yep,
keep
it's
track of who
Arthur.
these names of these characters.
Yeah, I agree. I think Arthur was a little much. I don't know what his whole deal was, and it's so weird because there's two characters that are brought up as they came with the house, but there's never any backstory as to why they came with the house or why she wasn't still able to fire them. Like, who are these caretaker people, especially if they're being a um, nuisance to her all around? So
Yeah, it's it's not a movie where a lot of thought was put into like the nuances of script because yeah, like you said, there's no real logic to why these people are kept around when they just. I mean, it's actually the point where for the memorable lines, I just quoted almost an entire scene between Lisa and Arthur, which is both the best and worst part of the movie for me because it's so badly written and acted.
is that the key scene? We're looking for
It
the
is.
keys.
It is.
Yeah.
No, it's terrible. It's so bad.
Yep. I mean, there's a bunch of sequences that kind of go through that
Yeah.
in this movie, but yeah. Who are you gonna give it the best acting to?
Um, the shopkeeper again because I think
Shopkeeper.
it's just because I think it's just such a fascinatingly weird performance because it like the tone of his laughs and his lines doesn't match up what's actually going on, but it's just such a Tommy Wiseau style bizarre performance that both times I watched the movie, I was like, why can't it be about this guy? That would be like more fun. Like just the way he delivers his lines just cracks me up every time I watch this movie.
Okay. He got one scene in the movie, and that's who you're going with. He definitely
That's it. Yeah.
made it worth it. I'm trying to think. I'd probably go with Emily, the blind woman. I actually enjoyed her screen presence throughout the movie. Um, Interestingly enough, I feel like she's like a witch throughout half the movie, and then I'm not sure if she's a witch. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if she's good. I'm not sure if she's bad. I just don't have enough information about her, but I know I enjoyed her screen presence when she was on.
Oh yeah, no, she definitely did a good job. It's just I really hate her character, but the actual performance is pretty good. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a moment here real quick and say hi to a couple people because we got Eli in the chat. Hello, Eli. Hope you're doing well on your Saturday. Yes, Eli, another amazing channel mod. Don't forget to slash that like button and sub to these amazing
Exactly. Yeah.
channels. Consider being a member for some
Oh,
sweet perks.
absolutely.
We try our best. She is responsible for reading from the book. Sounds like an Evil Dead movie. Was it the Necronomicon? No, it was not titled the Necronomicon, but as the mummy put it, no, you mustn't read from the book. Yes. Sam hasn't seen that movie, actually.
It's so good.
Yeah. Gene's here. Hello, Gene. Hope you're doing well on your Saturday. And we are all caught up. Oh, yep, we're all caught up again. Okay. Soundtrack. I feel like we can say some positives about the soundtrack, maybe.
Oh yeah, no, his the soundtracks to all like Lucio Fulci's movies are fantastic. Like the main theme from this one is really good. It's not quite as good as like Zombie Flesh Eaters, which just like that main theme is just stuck in my head permanently. But this is a really good one, and it sort of really does good job the atmosphere of the movie. Especially because there's a couple of scenes which are really violent, but they start off with like really jaunty music, which makes it even worse amazingly. So I love the soundtrack. I thought they did a really good job for this one.
Yeah, I really like the soundtrack too. I really like it at the beginning of the film. There's a bunch of piano in it too. That sounds really good. And then there's just sequences where it just gets fucking crazy. I
Yeah.
swore I could have swore that this was going to be a Goblin soundtrack, but it was
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, they
Just from
pulled
how,
it off.
yeah, they definitely made it sound like that. But yeah, I enjoyed the soundtrack. I was gonna see if I could figure out who did the composing, but I don't think I can find it real quick. Let's see. Cinematography. This is gonna be an interesting one to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the best part of the entire movie was the sort of opening part where it's kind of set in 1927, and it's not black and white. It's kind of like a slightly more yellowy sepia version of that, but looked really. It's probably the most disturbing part of the movie. To be honest, it looked really creepy, and the vibes of it were horrifying. The rest of the movie, some parts are good. Like I really like the end part where they go to the beyond, and it's just really sort of grey and smoky and foggy. I mean, apart from that, most of it seems shot in a very matter of fact way, which isn't bad. It fits with the material. I'd say probably start and end are two best parts for like pure cinematography. Although the bit with Emily and her dog is quite creepy too. So those probably be my three standouts from the movie. I don't know about you, but like those would be for me.
Yeah, I agree that there's good cinematography choices, some interesting shot sequences. I agree with the intro. I think it was like some of the best parts of the movie, to be honest with you. I love the
It really was.
yeah, I really love the black and the kind of yellowy brown look.
Yeah.
And I feel like they also nailed like how it would be shot too back in the 20s.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. There's a shot where I don't know why they decided to do it, but it's when you first are introduced to the doctor, and it's a shot through a dirty window watching the doctor pull up. And I was like, this movie has so much fucking film grain, and it's not even in focus. I'm like, what is happening right now? And it just turned out that they were just filming straight through with this insanely dirty window, and I was so distracted and took me right out of the movie, which was a bad choice. A good choice of filmmaking, in my opinion, was there's a close-up shot of the nail, and you have, I don't know what her name was, the one help lady. Is it Martha?
Oh, Martha something.
Yeah,
Martha.
and the zombie getting ready to push her head into the nail, and there's this camera shot of the nail, and I thought like that's a good shot. I'm like, I like that, but there are, again, within that same scene, at the beginning of the scene, there's focusing issues where it's supposed to be focused on Martha, but it's not. It's out of focus. So yeah, it's almost like 50-50. Like it does a really good job sometimes, and it does a really bad job some other times. But most of the time, I think it's passable, especially for something with like a $400,000 budget. It's not truly a big budget, right? So they did what they could do. Let's see here. Sorry, I just got a comment here from Eli. I love Lucia Fulci's Gates of Hell trilogy. Is this a part of a trilogy?
I think so. I think it's this City of Living Dead, and I don't think Zombie Flesh Eaters. I think there's another one, but I can't remember what it is at the moment. But yeah, no, it's no. I mean, City of Living Dead is okay. It's somehow even more violent than this, but it's not quite Zombie Flesh Eaters. So
okay, I've just never heard of this little trilogy here. I'm writing it down just to keep this in mind.
Cool.
Let's see. I think Zombie Flesh Eaters was like just an unofficial sequel to Dawn of the Dead, right?
Yeah. I mean, House of Cemetery. That's it.
House of the Cemetery is the other one.
Yeah, Eli's just posted in the chat. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I give him credit. They're definitely three completely different movies, which is good. But yeah, Zombie Flesh Eaters is technically a sequel to Dawn of the Dead, but then there's like 7 zombie flesh eater sequels, and each one gets worse and ignores everything about the last one. So yeah, they're very strange movies.
I think I own all of them except the first one, and I haven't watched any of them since I bought them.
Oh man, well the first one's on Shudder too, I think. But yeah, that's a good movie. That soundtrack is amazing.
I haven't seen it in years. I was thinking about picking up the 4K by Arrow just because I don't own it. I don't think.
Yeah, I think I've got that one actually. It's pretty good. It's like loads of special features. So.
Yeah, I can imagine. Do you have any favorite costumes? I mean, I didn't write anything down for this one.
No, I mean, I don't like the zombie sequence, but I do like the zombie effects. But I don't. That's technically non-outfit, so yeah, I got nothing. They just outfits. They don't really stand out. They're just clothes that function. So yeah, I don't think whoever designed costumes was really striving for greatness here, to be honest.
I agree with you. I don't think this would be Sam's category. I'm sure Sam watched this movie like fully. She was there, but she was not fully invested in this movie whatsoever. So if she was fully paying attention, I'm sure she would have picked out an outfit or two. But I did not get anything out of this movie for outfits. For a movie set in the 80s, nothing was colorful or creative.
No.
That's for sure.
Like if we hadn't looked up that it was set in the 80s, I'd have no idea what decade it was set in because it's very nondescript in that regard.
Yeah, the only kind of hint that gives it to you is the experimental brainwave thing, which is touched upon but never brought up again whatsoever. Do you have any memorable lines?
I have memorable lines, good and bad. I basically just copied an entire scene off IMDb, which was the keys sequence, where it's terrible in every possible regard, but it's by far the funniest part of the movie because I don't know what Arthur's actor is trying to achieve with his line readings, but it's just so stupid. It's like I almost wonder if it was put in to pad the movie runtime because it's just it's the only real interaction Arthur and Lisa have, and it's never mentioned before or after. But oh god, it's so terrible.
I can imagine that that's probably what it was because the movie's like full length is like an hour 27 minutes. So
yeah.
On top of that, in the 5 minute, 5, 6, maybe 7 minute spider death scene, also there's quite the padding going on there.
Oh, there is. There really is. It's like every bit of footage he had, he wanted to use, regardless of whether he should use it.
Yes. I actually didn't write anything down for memorable lines. I was just kind of trying to watch the movie and kind of figure it out. So I don't have any lines disliked or any memorable lines from this movie. I think there's a line where the dead will walk the earth or whatever, and I'm like, oh, that's just ripped straight out of fucking Dawn of the Dead for sure, 100%. Yeah. But yeah, I don't got any disliked or anything like that. So if you got any you want to read off, lay them on us.
Pretty much just Arthur's I was looking for keys is my favorite line from the entire movie, but it is just terrible in every possible regard. But yeah, if anyone else has seen this and has any good lines, or can find any decent line deliveries, I'd be fascinated to hear them.
Yeah, I would be too. Okay, with the movie full of violent, extreme deaths, which one is your favorite?
So again, my favorite and least favorite here are the same one. I have to go for the tarantula one, although it is very, very fake looking. it's just so ridiculously over the top, and it is done to pad out the runtime. But it's so ridiculous that just like these tarantulas just appear out of nowhere. They look more adorable than terrifying. I don't even know what they're actually eating, but they're clearly having fun doing it. I suppose the only other one is I like the sequence with Emily's dog where it just decides I've had enough of this and attacks her, because it's just, again, it's so over the top. And actually, according to IMDb, it's meant to symbolize see no evil, hear no evil, you know? So it's like, that's interesting, I guess. But yeah, the tarantulas, because I like spiders and tarantulas anyway, so I just thought it was one of the most adorably violent things I've ever seen in a horror movie.
They're so vibrantly colorful in this movie too. Like they're orange and black, and they just like pop off the TV screen, in my opinion. So I understand where you're coming from with the cute and adorable. I do agree with that. It does look sort of somewhat bad, but I mean, it looks pretty rough in some sequences, but a lot with them biting. But yes, it is super long. It's a super dragged out kill. It was going to be marked down as my worst favorite kill because I thought he was just going to fall off the ladder and die from that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden these spiders just kind of came out of the bookshelf and just was like, we're just going to eat you. So I actually have the opening kill for
that's
my
a good one.
Yeah, for my favorite. I think they started off with a bang, and I think besides the spider kill, I don't think they ever truly got back up to that kind of momentum. So I can't remember what the dude's name was, but he is beaten with chains, and the chains that scratch him up pretty good. Let's see, I was gonna see if I could find him, but I don't think I can. Is it Sherrick? I think that looks like him. But he is beaten with chains and then crucified and then sprayed with hot wax until he starts melting away.
I think it's one of those things. If that was a short movie, like just that sequence, I would probably put up there with some of my favorite horror shorts ever made. But yeah, you're right. The movie never gets back to that point, so it's a very. I get why they included it, but it sets up expectations which this movie cannot possibly get back to.
No. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. What's your least favorite kill?
Actually, I don't like the nail sequence solely because there's a scene in Zombie Flesh Eaters with something similar, and they play up the tension of it much more. This one just happens so quickly, and it's like, oh, she's going to hit that nail. Oh, that'd be terrible. Oh, she's hit it. Oh, she's dead. Oh, okay. And then it just sort of stops. So it's like the one scene they could have brought out the tension a bit more. They were like, no, let's just like a movie which is padded to every possible point. They don't pad the one scene they should pad. And I thought the effect was pretty mediocre too. So yeah, that one for me, especially after the opening, which was really like terrifying and graphic, and then this one's just like, oh no, her eyeballs popped out. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good one. I'm gonna go with probably the guy that falls off the scaffold at the beginning of the movie. He just falls off, and then all of a sudden he's immediately in some sort of trance and dying and then dead without really much of any kind of inspiration or any explanation, I guess. Not inspiration, but explanation as to why this is going on other than her eyes. But like, is she really the cause of all that? I guess we'll get to that when we get to the story, but this is where I'm fucking confused with the movie, but we'll get there when we get the story. So what's your thoughts on the gore factor and special effects?
I mean, like, some of it looks goofy, but I mean, it's all practical at least. They have some interesting effects, like the tarantula scene it's kind of goofy and over the top, but it's fast. I'd be fascinated to know how they constructed like the props and stuff like that, and what they convinced them to eat. Yeah, I mean, I think the best part is definitely the opening scene because it's the most intense. But yeah, no, I mean, they do a decent job. I mean, especially considering it's like only 400,000. That's not bad. I mean, for what they've got. But it's nowhere near as like good as something like Zombie Flesh Eaters, where they just like clearly have the money spent on the like zombie effects, because the zombie effects in this movie are not particularly good at all. But I think they do a decent job what they've got. It's not best faulty stuff, but it is very violent. Even if the violence is the actual effects aren't amazing. So yeah, I think they did good.
Okay, well, just as a comparison, Zombie Flesh Eaters had a score of $410 million in Italian. So I wonder what that is.
Jeez.
I don't know. I didn't even know Italian had their own currency.
Oh,
410 million to no, that's million one. Oh, of course. Italian lira to USD, maybe. Of course, there's no definitive answer. All right, well, I was just curious, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not too good on my conversions right now. Yeah, I agree with the effects here. I think my first comment was the blood isn't thick enough because it fucking runs out of people like water.
yeah.
Way too thin in my opinion, and I agree with you in the zombie effects. The zombie effects, I think it's just a staple of like the 80s. They always
Yeah.
have this weird kind of shaling look to them, you know. It
Yeah.
looks like you could touch their face and their skin would just like rub off. But that happens with people that even just die to be like at the beginning of the movie. I could understand if it were people dead for like rising out of the grave or something like that, but these are the plumber is shaling like awfully in every scene of the movie, and I'm like, he's been dead for 24 hours. Like he can still look normal. I don't understand why this became such a huge practical choice.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely a crazy movie in every possible regard.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see if like House by the Cemetery, House by the Cemetery and City of the Living Dead, also have the same style of zombies. But like there was like this mixture of normal looking zombies that have just died and come back, and then the
Yeah.
shaling zombies. And
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of interesting looks to them, so I thought that was really cool. But I think all the effects look pretty good, actually. I can't really, besides like the shaling zombie look,
Yeah.
I can't really complain about much of the gore. I mean, the spiders look really bad.
Just
They're
adorable. It's
yeah,
there is one shot where like the spiders off screen, but like you can see the legs entering guy's mouth, and it's so bad. But it's so adorable because it was like they knew this isn't working. It's almost like someone just had the little leg and was like, we just got to pull it in mouth. They needed that shot to get it to an hour and 27 minutes. They needed to get that right, and they did not get it right. But yeah, mostly I do agree with you. They do a pretty good job, except for the spiders.
yeah. I really enjoy the look of the eyes too. Like Emily, I think has like, I really like that eye effect.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, so that's something that definitely stuck with me. last night, but I'm gonna hit the comments here real quick because Eli's trying to do math for us, which is good because I'm exhausted. We were up all night on another stream.
Oh damn!
So yeah, we didn't get to bed until like 12:30 or something like that. It was way past our bedtimes.
This is why people have subscribed to your channel. You guys work around the clock, bring out great content.
Oh, we try. I don't know. So $410 million converted to Italian.
Oh god, you're
Oh, see,
my brain hurts already.
Yeah, so it was 410 million Italian. Let me see, converted as that's even more money. That's $350 million essentially.
I mean, I would say it's almost certainly. I can't imagine Zombie Flesh Eaters had like a super high budget even by 70 standards, but probably, I guess maybe like 700,000 or something like that. Because it did look better than this one did, but it was riding that sort of zombie craze of the late 70s, obviously to have a bit more money.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Zombie Flesh Eaters. Let's get a little more specific here. Zombie budget, a whole bunch of shit pops up. It still says 410 million Italian IRL lira. Okay, there we go. I'm assuming the budget was 497,000.
What? Wow. I suppose maybe it's because all the money was going on zombies for that one, so it's a bit easier to manage. I mean, this one has like obviously those tarantulas must cost a fortune to make. So
I mean, it can't compare exactly to a zombie
No,
fighting a shark in the
Oh, that was
ocean. Like,
amazing.
yeah, that had to be an expensive fucking shoot right there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's such a good scene.
All right, this is the moment I'm gonna need your help. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to watch a bunch of explain videos after this.
Yeah.
But storyline and pacing, I want to hear your thoughts, and then I'll chime in.
Okay, so basically, this is just my interpretation of it, but I think what happens is, so that guy they sacrifice at the start of the movie, I guess it's they're doing it because they're like, oh, you're evil, you're a witch, but it actually unleashes the evil. But and then Emily reads the book and it opens the doorway. So I guess step one, the place they're in gets possessed. Step two, Emily reads the book and the gate gets opened, maybe. And then when people die, they get possessed by the house. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's just meant to be an excuse for weird shit to happen because it really doesn't make any sense because like the guy sacrificed before they read from the book, and then the place becomes derelict or something. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm more confused now after saying all of that than I was before I started saying. I have no idea. Evil house. That's basically evil place because the zombies make it even more complicated because they're not even in the hotel. They're in they're in hospital, and then they go to the basement, and then the basement connects to every place in town, and then they don't die, but they go through the gateway to beyond, and then they can't go back or something. I don't know. I'm really confused now.
Hey, me too. So the gates of hell are opened up in the 1920s.
Yeah.
Why is there not zombies walking around then? Why does it take 60 years for the zombies to start walking around? And I don't understand the book that she was reading. It never sounded like a spell. It just sounded like what could happen. I feel like the plumber accidentally opened up the gates to hell when he was trying to figure out where the leak was coming from.
Yeah, yeah, I guess, but I don't know. I think the zombies just make it more confusing. I think if you didn't have them in the movie, you could just go with, oh, it's just a weird place and weird stuff is going on. But all the dead waking up in an unrelated location just makes it but apparently that wasn't meant to be in the movie. Fulci was forced to have it in because the financiers were like, you need zombies in this. So it's
Mhm.
like, fair enough. I mean, if you didn't want it in moving, but then, like you said earlier, but if you take that out, the movie's like, what, 10 minutes shorter?
20.
So, like, what was the movie before you had that scene? Because it wasn't long enough to be a proper movie anyway.
I know. It's just it baffles me because I feel like this is kind of like a cool twist on like how a zombie apocalypse could start, right? It starts from a biblical thing instead of a science thing or the satellite crashing the earth,
Yeah.
like in Romero's. So I feel like there's something interesting here. It's just that I could never like get a full grasp of how things were actually happening because you have Emily, who's around in the 20s, and she hasn't aged whatsoever to the 60s. And like, is she a prophet? Did she? I just don't understand her part within the story. There's the little ginger girl who also gets these eyes. Like, I don't understand what the eyes convey and why they have to be like that. The painting I think is really cool. Like, I think it's a sweet looking gothic piece, but like
Hmm.
that's what the beyond looks like. What's going on there? I don't
Yeah.
know. Um, yeah, how is this basement connected to the whole under town? When I feel like she had to cross a giant long bridge in order to get to town because that's where she
Yeah.
picked up Emily after or whatever. So I'm like, this girl's coming from like an island, and they dug under her way all the way to town. It's just
Yeah.
I
So
feel like
very vague.
yeah, and I feel like the pacing for this movie is off too.
Hmm.
Um, I know we definitely took a stop at like an hour in the movie, and I was like, how much time is left? And don't do that too often, but I definitely did it with this one. So I do think there's a little bit of pacing issues. Um, let's see. In the hospital, is a 90% a morgue. It's not even a hospital. It's just full of dead people. It's just they run to morgue to morgue to morgue to morgue. Like I swear they didn't run into one single patient room with one person alive. It's just boom, everybody's instantly dead. Um, so yeah, that's all I can say on the storyline and
Yeah.
pacing. Um, yeah, take a minute and hit up the chat here real quick because we got some
Cool.
new people in here.
Bizarre.
Um, Eli, did you see the new Fanta horror icon flavors? I think I saw a post about it. I don't think I've seen them in person yet. Do you guys got Fanta over there?
We do. I don't think we've had any new horror icon flavors, but like we've only just had the Halloween stuff come out in shops. So lots of cool like Chucky and Scream like t-shirts and things like that. So I have to start buying some of those soon. But I'd be interested to see what the icon flavors are. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, me too. I don't think I'm a big fan of Fanta, but maybe a collector in me will get a
Yeah,
couple cans for fun.
absolutely.
Eli, it's a Lucio Fulci movie. There's no sense
Yeah,
of it to be of anything. I
that's
like it.
true.
Let's see. We got Gory Tiger in here. Hello, Gory. And you just put the ad. There's the what's up. There we go. And we're all caught up again.
Cool.
Everybody, if you guys have seen this movie, please let us know your thoughts in the chat and I will get to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because this was quite the ride.
It really was.
What do you got for favorite scenes?
Um, Yeah, I mean, I love the opening scene. That's probably for purely a good sequence, that's probably best of thing for the entire movie. Um, yeah, again, I like the tarantula one. I like the adorable dog who turns sinister off camera because that dog could not possibly be anything other than adorable because it just looks so happy and content when it's like next to her. Yes, that's about it for favorite scenes. What about you?
Okay, I'm kind of leaning towards the same scenes actually. So of course we talked about the opening, and I love that people for some reason coming to this hotel in the beginning of the movie have to come by sea, and they have to fucking drive there. If we're gonna get that ridiculous with this opening sequence of this mob showing up, I want a plane and I want some fucking horses.
Yeah,
That would have
absolutely.
that would have made that sequence so much funnier. But I just couldn't believe that they were able to time it out with the boating there, going paddling essentially, and driving there in vehicles. Their coordinator for that mob must have been on point that night. And yes, I also put down Dickie saves the day and then kills Emily real quick.
Straight away.
And I agree that dog is super chill because he was
Yeah.
just laying there having a great time when all the zombies were surrounding them. Emily didn't even do nothing. He was just
Nope.
chilling, and then all of a sudden it was attack Dickie, and he went nuts. And I thought he saved the day, and then all of a sudden he's ripping her throat out, and I'm like, oh Jesus, that escalated real quickly.
It really did.
So yeah, those were definitely two of my favorite scenes as well. What's your least favorite scenes?
So mainly it's a zombie sequence because again, it doesn't really feel like part of the movie. They're not particularly good zombies. It just gets really repetitive where it's like one gets shot and then there's a bit of a break, and another gets shot and there's a break. So there's no variety to it. And the other one is I really hate that nail through the back of the eye scene because it just I feel like it's missing any sense of tension whatsoever. And it's just nowhere near as good as the equivalent one from Zombie Flesh Eaters. So it just looks, I mean, the effects look okay, but it's just not, it's just like, if you're going to do a scene like that, it does feel like it should try and actually really shock people. And I just think it's too quick because you don't really get that sense of like, oh no, it's going to happen. Like, I always find that sort of scene, the worst part is the anticipation of it. The actual like violence is never the worst part, but this one just races through it to the point where I just was like, okay, like great, okay, there goes the eye, and then it's all like, that's it. It's almost like Fulci is like, yeah, I got nothing. Let's cut to the next scene as quickly as possible.
Well, well, the real reason too is we don't care about who the side character is. We've only had 2 scenes with her before this one, and every scene she's been almost like a super dislikable character. So yeah, I never cared for her either. So it was like, get to the eyeball, let's go. You know, kill that creepy lady. But yeah, excellent scenes. I do have some ones that will also rival yours. There's a sequence in the movie where Emily is running outside of the hotel, and it repeats like 6 or 7 times in the movie, and then Eliza chases her out, and I'm like, and it's the same sequence. It's not like it's like a sequence done differently in any way. It's just the same scene repeated 6 times. I'm like, what is the point of this sequence? I don't understand. Are we listening to the footsteps? I couldn't figure it out, and I really wanted to, and I just thought it was a waste of time. There's also a sequence in the hospital when John is reloading his gun when he's getting into the elevator.
Oh, yeah.
Did you notice this? He pops open the revolver to reload the bullets, and then he puts the bullet in the barrel of the top of the of the gun. It was ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. I don't know. I was looking at it and I rewound it to make sure I watched it right. And I'm pretty sure he's sitting there. He's putting the bullet in the wrong end. So like the bullet part would go in the bottom of the barrel when it's a revolver. So you don't load that gun that way. I don't know. It just blew me away. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that this is happening. Maybe I'll have to go in for another watch and maybe I'll have to get it 4K to watch and see if it was actually that.
No, it was that actually happened. It was just like an improv the actor did to mess around between shots. And Fulci is like, oh, I like that. Let's put it in the movie. And it's like, but it's wrong. Like it doesn't make any sense. And I guess he thought, oh, the movie's surreal anyways, doesn't matter. And so like, no, it does. It's like, because it's the only time in a movie where there's something like that which doesn't work, like in terms of like the action in question. It's just ridiculous. And any editor would say to him, you need to cut that. And he was like, no, I want him moving. So like, but it's wrong. And it's not even a long scene. It's not even a long bit. It's only what, a couple of seconds. It's like,
oh yeah, like you if you didn't notice it the first time and you just kept watching, you'd probably never notice it until you actually like paid super close attention to it. Because I just couldn't happen but catch it, and I'm like, I gotta rewind this and make sure that was real. So like all that does is make that character look even more incompetent than what he already looks like. And this dude's a doctor, right? Like this guy should just seem smart. He should know that if he shoots the zombie in the chest, it's not going to die after the first time he does it. But
that really pissed me off. Like that I think it's like, was there either the last zombie or penultimate one where he's just shooting it in the chest, and it's like, you've just shot all the other ones in the head. What like it's almost like that's the first bit they shot and then they moved it in the sequence to the end, and it's like, no, right, but it's so dumb.
Oh boy, I don't know if we can really get on this. What's the killer category? Do we got like besides the zombies that we've already kind of talked to death about? Do you have any input? Any more input on any of that?
I mean, like, I guess the place they're in is possessing people. Maybe the Beyond is trying to. I suppose the only read of movie I can get is that the Beyond is trying to use people to create a situation where it can be opened. So it's like a cosmic horror Satan sort of thing, but it's so vague that I can't say there's anything I like about it, because it's something I feel like I might have just made up in my head to try and make the movie make sense. But like, yeah, there's no. I'm going to go with the tarantulas as the killer, and I like the most. That's where I'm going, because they don't act like they've been created from the Beyond. They just act like adorable bored spiders that found a prop that they thought they'd like to eat. Like, even the dog doesn't really act like it's been possessed. It just sort of decides, I'm going to attack her for some reason. So it's like, I can't say what I really liked or didn't like, because I don't really have any idea what actually is going on in this movie. So,
okay, fair enough. Yeah, I was just gonna kind of stick to the zombies were the bad guys and some sort of possession devil house. I don't know. That's about all I got. There's an unseen force at play here, and we don't know what it is. So.
So default option zombies.
Yes, that's basically where that's all the options I'm left with, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
But before we get into our final little bit of categories, I'm going to hit up the chat here again real quick. So Gory Tiger says that this was on the other day. I just didn't watch it. Oh, you missed out on some stuff.
Yeah, you missed out on a experience.
Let's see. Eli, the tarantula scene was crazy. Absolutely. Also, Eli, Fulci loves his Igor, of course.
Yeah.
Cat in the Brain is another crazy Fulci movie. I think I have that one.
Should track that one down.
I think Arrow put it out. I do have one.
Oh, cool.
Ian makes stuff. There's more Fulci. Nice. Oh, there's lots of Fulci, I think. Poor Brendan trying to find reasoning for a Fulci film. Yes, I always do that. Brendan, you should watch Dario Argento's Dracula 3D.
Oh, it's amazing.
When Argento lost his mind and tried to make a movie with PS2. This sounds awful.
It's amazing. It's so terrible.
I will not do that for free. I'm going to say that right now. That's going to take a hefty...
You don't want to do that. You don't even want to do that if you get paid to do it, mate. Trust me. It's really
I'll do it, but it's got to be hefty. I'm going to tell you that much. That's something wild. I've never even heard of this. Dracula 3D?
I still say it's not worth... No amount of money is worth watching that movie. It's really
I'm going to look it up. Oh, it came from 2012?
Yeah, it's shockingly awful.
Oh, jeez. Who's in this? Oh, is that a... Oh, nice. There's some decent people in here.
Don't be fooled. I would trick some mates into watching it. Never again.
Okay. Yep. Well, there you go. There's my bargain for you, Eli. I'm gonna trust Ian. It's gonna be a hefty super chat for that review.
I mean, what I can say is, if you do watch that, I would definitely make sure I'm in the live chat, because it will be probably your magnum opus of movie experiences, and you will lose your goddamn mind watching it, mate. You will be so bad.
I guess we'll see. We'll find out if anybody decides to dare to step up to send something crazy. Let's see. Eli, new series on the channel. Eli, that made me watch.
Yes, that'd be great.
We still haven't even gotten to my movie pick for Sam yet. I think I already picked it out, but
wow.
Yeah, it's been a while. Well, she's been off all month, so. And I'm going to take it easier on her. I'm going to give her a movie from 2000 or 1999, I think it was. But tell me what your scary rating out of 10 would be for this movie.
I mean, it's not scary. It seems to be a running theme for anything I bring onto this channel. It's not actually scary in the slightest. It's creepy, violent, and surreal. I mean, I'd probably say, because I actually do really like the opening sequence and I find that really tense and uncomfortable, I'd probably say the whole movie probably about 3, just because that raises it up to a level it doesn't get to again. So yeah, I'd probably go for 3 out of 10.
Okay, so we're pretty close. I was going to go with the 2 just for strictly gore level. You know, some people don't like spiders, so of course that's also a reasoning behind it.
Adorable.
So what's your thoughts on rewatchability, and would you recommend?
I don't think it has. I certainly don't think a quick rewatch. I had like 2 months between my watches, and that was stretching it. So I think if you are going to rewatch it, I'd say leave it quite a long while till you start forgetting parts of it. Recommend it? I mean, yeah, I would. If you like Lucio Fulci's movies, I think you will get something out of it. If you don't like his movies, there's nothing in this for you in the slightest. It's not as good as Zombie Flesh Eaters, but it's decent. It's some of it's really violent, some of it's really goofy, but it is an enjoyable enough movie. again, like, if you don't like Lucio Fulci's movies, it's not for you because it's the most Lucio Fulci movie that he's ever made, and by all accounts from him, it was his favorite movie. So that says a lot more about that man than I thought I ever needed to know. But like, yeah, no, I did enjoy it. It was, yeah, I still, even after two viewings, I still give it a thumbs up. But yeah, I definitely say if you don't like his movies or if you don't like some of his other movies, you're definitely not going to like this one.
All right. Rewatchability. Yeah, I might give it another rewatch. I might actually do like a trilogy run
Cool.
through. So start with whatever came out first and then kind of work my way from there. But I'm assuming The Beyond came out first because Zombie Flesh Eaters was like 1979 or something like that. So I'd assume
I think so.
it was The Beyond first. I'm curious because I always remember when Blockbuster was around.
Yeah.
I always remember seeing the City of the Living Dead in VHS at Blockbuster, and I always liked the cover, but I never actually got around to renting it, probably because I was too young to rent R-rated movies at the time.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I've always been curious, and I know they did put out a 4K of it, so I will maybe try to get my hands on that one.
Very cheap copy. do not pay 100 for this.
No, I think I'll be looking for a marketplace used copy.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Just trying to find this movie on. It's The Beyond, right? Why isn't it popping up? 1980. It's my 1981, The Beyond. That's Seven Doors of Death. Is that another title for this movie?
I think so. Yeah. I
What
think
is
that's the original American title, I guess.
Yeah, that must be it. Okay. All right. So I'm good. I'm just going to try to find. Oh, what I recommend? I would recommend this movie just because I think it's a lot of fun. It's a scratch your head kind of movie, but if you can figure out and let me know what your thought about this, definitely let me know your thoughts. But I do. Do you want to give our final thoughts and ratings of the movie out of 5?
Yeah, I mean, so first time I saw it in June, I think I was sort of swayed by how good I thought the opening scene was. No, I did at that time give it 4, but after rewatching it, I probably would go down to a 3. I enjoyed it. I still did enjoy it. I just think its flaws become more evident on a second viewing. But yeah, there's parts of it I like. I think the tarantula scene is both awful and amazing at the same time. I really like the that terrible key sequence, which is just straight out of like The Room or some sort of Fatal Deviation style terrible movie. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I think I don't know if I'd watch it again anytime soon, but yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, I'm actually going to stick with you on the 3 too. I am excited to find some deeper retrospectives on this movie that can maybe give me some further insight on the behind the scenes and what exactly was going on in Fulci's mind during the time of making this movie. But yeah, I like the soundtrack. I like the idea that it's going for. It just doesn't pull it off for me. So I'm going to go with a 3.
Cool.
And I'm going to read some fun facts. I'm on IMDb right now, so we will read some fun facts about the movie and see if we can find anything that we missed. Bob Murawski of Grindhouse Releasing, who restored the film in 1998, is a film editor and used a shot from this film in the Spider Bite dream sequence in Spider-Man 2002.
Wow.
They must have snuck that. That thing must be a fucking millisecond, one frame. Because I don't really recall seeing anything like that in this movie. Or in that movie.
Yeah, it must be one of the tarantulas, I guess. Well, that's cool. That's a cool fact.
Mm-hmm. And around the 124 minutes During the final scene in the Beyond's Abyss, the sand-covered bodies laying on the ground were actually stark naked street derelicts who were paid in alcohol.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, then.
That's horrible.
I mean, hey, he's just adding to the economy. He's creating jobs. Maybe not the best payment method, but at least he's doing something out there. The DVD commentary by actors Eliza and John was recorded 2 weeks before Warbeck's death, so that would be John from cancer. And the commentary talks about his illness, so that'd probably be a pretty decent commentary.
Yeah, man. Wow.
This film was never seen in America in its uncut form until 1998, when Grindhouse Releasing tracked down the original master and restored the film, playing it at a midnight shows in select cities. Quentin Tarantino's Rolling Thunder Pictures released the restored DVD, as it was his favorite supernatural horror film when initially released as Seven Doors of Death in 1983. Quentin Tarantino showing some love. Okay, I wasn't sure about this, but director cameo at around 49 minutes. The librarian who goes out to lunch right before the architect is attacked by the spiders. So Lucio Fulci is in the movie. Fulci decided no longer work for the Italian distributors who produced his film Zombie due to their title fiasco trying to crash into the success of Dawn of the Dead. He approached Medusa distributor, technically making this a German production. While he intended the film to be purely a metaphysical horror film with the villain Shrek being a zombie, however, the executives insisted that the zombie rampage somewhere in the film's climax due to Zombie being a massive hit worldwide, including Germany. Fulci was hesitant at first, but agreed after being promised creative control over anything else in the film. Very much like Zombie, the original film was renamed in both Germany and the United States. Unlike Zombie, the titles were original and not intended to crash in on other films. In Germany, it is called The Ghost Town of Zombies. In the United States, it was briefly called Seven Doors of Death, and it was given a whole newly score by Mitch and Ira Yosef. So, Eli already came up with this, but if you guys didn't see it in the chat, this is the second part of Fulci's Death Trilogy, also including City of the Living Dead and House by the Cemetery. So, City of the Living Dead would be the first, The Beyond would be the second, and House by the Cemetery would be the third.
Cool.
Let me see. Oh, there's another shot of Lucio Fulci in the film. At around the 33-minute mark, when David Warbeck answers the phone at the jazz saloon, the director is reflected in the mirror behind him. Okay. He's trying to get all up in this movie. He wants an acting credit in this. The role of the blind girl Emily was originally offered to Stephanie Cassini, who declined it. I don't know who that is, so we're going to do a quick look up to see who she is. She was in Suspiria.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got. She was in some other 80s films as well. In the 80s, there was text-only game released for the Commodore 64 named The Beyond. It was a Dutch adventure-based game on this movie.
Oh, I'm going to find that. I need to play that.
That's very interesting.
That's amazing.
And I'll do this one as the last one. The film was released in an R-rated cut in 1983, 2 years after its initial release in Italy. The film wasn't released uncut in the United States until 16 years later in 1998. And the Seven Doors version became lost outside of stray VHS tapes nearly 26 years. The original analog 1-inch video master was rediscovered and re-released on DVD by Grindhouse, releasing in 2025.
Wow.
Okay, cool.
That's cool. Yeah, that's good, man. It's good facts.
Yeah, I'm going to hit up the chat here real quick, and then we'll do some plugging.
Cool.
Hello, Tina Loves Movies. How are you today? Sam is wondering what movie I'm going to make her watch. We already discussed it. We just haven't announced it. But Sam doesn't remember. Sam's got a lot going on. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi to Tina. Tina's never seen The Beyond before. It's right on Shudder, and it's only an hour 27. Recommend giving it a watch.
Oh, definitely watch it. Highly recommended. Highly recommended.
You're ready for an experience.
Absolutely.
Let's see. I have the 4K of the Beyond
So
from Grindhouse,
cool.
and it came with the 7 Doors of Death DVD. So you got the 6-disc edition that I was looking at. And you know what? I don't think this movie requires a $100 price tag. If I'm at a convention and I see it for cheap, I might consider buying it, but can't do it, unfortunately. But that's very cool. Hopefully it comes with the soundtrack. Tiana. Sorry, Tiana. Sorry. Yes, dyslexic is correct. So, Ian, let us know what you... Thank you so much for coming on and helping me review and talk about this movie.
Yeah, no, I was happy to. It's always a good laugh. I keep my track record up of picking movies where I regret them before I even come on the channel. But it was a good laugh discussing it, and I'm glad at least this one, unlike Creepshow 2, you did get some enjoyment out of. So, and
yes.
Also you weren't stuck on your own because my computer crashed, having to talk about a movie you didn't particularly enjoy on your own. So that's a plus.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great time talking about this movie.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's good. As to what I've got going on, I'm slowly working on the next Bubba Batchin movie, which is I'll give you guys an exclusive. It's like a parody of like the Hannibal Lecter, Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs style movies. Nice. And it's possibly the weirdest thing I've made so far, which will horrify everyone. But like, in theory, I'll have that finished for Halloween. But in actuality, I have no idea. It's just sort of, as usual, hope and pray for the best. But I guarantee you, there'll be at least one scene in the movie which is shot worse than the the glass window scene from this movie. I'll make sure I do that at the very least.
All right, awesome. Ian's links are in the chat. He's got 2 links in there, so go subscribe to both channels. Yeah. And what do we got coming up? I am going to be doing a review on Van Helsing on Monday with my temporary host, Bo. As far as I know, it's just me and him. We might be joined by a third. You might just have to tune in and be surprised, or maybe be disappointed. And then Wednesday, so we are going to be doing a review of Reign of Fire, starring Christian Bale and
good movie.
Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, I haven't seen it in years. Going to be doing that with Rob Humphrey and Corey from Wookiees Movies and Reviews. Or movies, music, and reviews. Sam's gonna have to help me out with that one, and Bo, like of ours, will be with me on that one. And then I think Sam's back. I think that'll be it. That'll be the end of my run for the month. I hope everybody enjoyed and stuck with me. Thank you so much. Well, yeah, thanks again, Ian, for coming on. Thank you all for watching and liking and commenting along with this movie. And stay tuned for Monday because we're about to have a lot of fun with some Van Helsing. And always remember, guys, I hope you enjoy your weekend and stay spooky.